Hi guys, I'm going to explain how to use the tags and the workflow to organize our leads in our lists and use our sequences. Okay, so first we are going to look at this graphical view of the process, and here is where we start. They come here and they opt into this list. Okay, and they get into this list and they start receiving 11 emails from this sequence. So here they only opted in through our funnel. They are not yet signed up to Builderall. Okay. Now, what happens if they decide from the beginning or at any point in the sequence after any amount of emails? What happens if they decide to sign up for Builderall with a trial account? Well, they appear here in this list. This is the list that we connect to Builderall, to MailingBoss, so that when someone signs up to Builderall, they appear automatically in this list. So we check here, and we have to check very often, every day at least, or every 12 hours, or whenever we can. And whenever we see someone here with a trial account, we go to this list, to the Done For You free affiliates list, and we move that lead to this list, the trial list, promote VA list. Okay. When we move them here, they automatically will receive this 14-day trial sequence that we configured for this list. So it's automatic. Okay. Now, when they are here, they can upgrade, as we read here, they can upgrade to a paid plan. And when they upgrade to a paid plan, we move them here to the broadcast list. Okay, we set a tag active on that lead so that we later know who is active with a paid plan and who is not active, who doesn't have a paid plan. Okay, in this broadcast VA list. So when they are here, another possibility when they start the process is that they opt into the funnel and they come to this list. They start receiving the 11 email sequence, and they suddenly decide directly from there, they decide to upgrade, to sign up and upgrade to a paid plan without going through the trial. So if they want to go to the paid plan directly, they appear here with an active tag in the VA leads in Builderall. We check Builderall, and then we come here to this list and we move them directly through this line. So we move them to the broadcast VA list directly, and we set the active list again. Okay, so we set the active tag, sorry. So that's another possibility. Another extra possibility is that when they come here, they say, okay, I opt in, but I received the 11 emails and I am not interested, and I don't sign up. If they don't sign up to Builderall, we go through this line. After the 11 emails, they don't sign up to Builderall, then we move them to the broadcast list, but we don't set the active tag. So that way we know who is active and who is not active in Builderall. Now, another possibility, the last one, is if they come here, they opted in through our funnel, and they went through the trial, they sign up to Builderall trial, and then they decide they don't want to upgrade to a paid plan. So if the lead doesn't upgrade to paid plan, then we move them to the broadcast VA list without setting the active tag. Okay, after the 14-day trial sequence, they receive the 14-day trial sequence, 14 emails, and they don't upgrade. So we'll move them to the broadcast list, but we don't set the active tag. Okay. Now we're gonna see how to configuring workflow in MailingBoss these tags and these lists and these sequences. Okay, so we start with done for you 3 workflows. That's for the first list that we have, the done for you 3 campaign. Okay, so first we have these tags. These are some tags that I set for when they are signing up to not sign up, opting in through our funnel. Okay, they get into this list, promote BA affiliate done for you 3 list, the first list that we have, and I automatically want to mark them with these 2 tags. So for that, we click here. This means when they sign up to the list, do this one of these things. When they subscribe to this list, we insert tag value. When we click this, we see this screen, and then we can add here a new tag. Okay, so this is what would appear with the new tag. I'm gonna delete it because I don't want it now, but we set this one, and then we do the same thing again, and we set the other one, or we can set whatever we want. This is for English because I'm gonna have it in Spanish also, and if you have more than one language, it's good to mark our leads so that we can later know which one came from where and in which language. Okay, so that's the first situation, the first move that we have to do. Then this is another configuration that we have to do. This is when after the 11 emails in the first sequence, they opted in through our funnel and they are in the first list. Okay, and they receive the 11 emails and they don't want to sign up to Builderall. So after 11 emails, we want to move them to the Builderall to the broadcast BA list. Okay, so we go here, we use the email sequence, which we can select it here, email sequence. I'm gonna do this from scratch here below. Okay, we would choose the email sequence like this. We choose the email, clicking in there, the email sequence, sorry, and we choose where is it? Okay, this one. Okay, then we click OK. We have the email sequence. Then when we click here is what do we want to do with that sequence? We want an autoresponder email. We choose already the last one that we already have, and then in this green arrow or this red cross, we can choose if they open the email or if they don't open the email. So here is the trick. We want to configure both the same way so that if they open the email, they are going to be moved to the broadcast BA list. And if they don't open the email, they will be moved also to the same broadcast BA list. That way they are moved in any case to the broadcast BA list after the 11 email, unless they sign up to the trial or they sign up to a paid plan, which we see in the other list, BA leads list, the one that is connected to Builderall. We would see it there, and then we would come here and move that lead manually to the trial or to the broadcast BA list, setting the active lead, the active tag, sorry. So we're in the case that they receive the 11 emails and they don't sign up to Builderall. They open the emails and they don't open the email. If they open the email, like here, they open the email, I say, okay, move that subscriber to which list? Move them to broadcast BA. Okay. We say, okay, I'm gonna wait 3 days, for example. We move this. After 3 days, move them to that list. And if they don't open the email in 3 days too, we put it here, then we configure to move them to the same broadcast VA list. Okay? Okay, this is the same thing. Now, when we have it here, just imagine we don't have this one, and we just configure this one. So we put a name and we save it, and clicking the save button will tell the workflow to configure all these movements and all these tags or whatever through our lists and sequences. Okay, that will activate the process. Then we go to another tag workflow here, and this is where I do something else. This is where I configure to mark the lead with tags when they open emails or when they click on links inside of the emails. So when we set this element email sequence here from scratch, like this, for example, I'm going to do it here. You see that when I move the mouse here, it's not showing, but if I go a little bit to the right, it comes into the screen. So you have to move it a little bit right, okay? And we let it go here, okay? Now, when I click here and I configure the 11-day sequence, this one, you see this load sequence emails buttons. This button, when I click it, it automatically loads all this here. This line, sorry, this column are all the emails in that sequence. Okay, so when we have the emails already here, now we configure what to do, what to mark with tags when we open the email or when we don't open the email. When they don't open the email. When they open the email is the green arrow. That's the green arrow. When we configure here, whatever is when they open the email. Okay, so if they open the email, then we're gonna set a tag, and when we click here, we get this done for you 3 open 1 is the tag that I set. We set it here as a new tag, and we click OK, and then we have it here. I'm gonna do it for you to see it. Okay, we set one tag, we set whatever, and we click OK, and we have it here. I have to click once to select it and then drag it to be able to drag it. Okay, if we try to drag it from the first click, it's not moving. We have to first click once, and then we can drag it. Okay, so it's good to mark with a number, the number of the email. So open 1, and this one is open 2, and this one is open 3, open 4. Okay, so when we see the lead in our list, they will get a tag that we can see if they open email 1, email 2, email 3, or whatever. And then when we click here, we have this link click. That means if they click a link inside of the email, and we select the links, it automatically has the links that are inside of this email. So when we choose one, we're gonna configure what happens to that lead when he clicks this link. Okay, so when they click this, we configure here what to do. Insert tag. Okay, we insert a new tag, and then we can say, for example, they clicked premium, and we add a number 1 for the email 1. Okay, and this is what we just configured now. Okay, this is just an example of how we do it technically. So we configure here that when they click the link, they will automatically get this tag. We set the tag with this insert tag value, and we set For example, done for you free, click, welcome in is the page, welcoming page, the page of the link. That's the name of the link that I have there in that email. So I know which link they clicked, and email one. So I know that they clicked that link in email one. Then we do the same with the other link. Okay, we come here, we said link click. So we get this. We choose the link, the second link, right? And then we click here and we click insert tag value and we get this. And then we go here, we click here, and then we set the new tag. Done for you, click ebook. I don't put a number there because it's the only email where I have that link. But if I have that same link in more emails, it's always good to mark it as 1 for the email 1, 2 for the email 2, and so on. So that's how we technically do it for email 1, and then we do the same for every other email. For email 2, when they open the email, we say insert tag value and we get this. We open number 2, email number 2, then we come here again, we say link click, we get this, we configure the one link or the other link, whichever link it is, and we say okay, when they click it, we say insert tag value, and we come here and we choose the tag, add new tags. This is a new tag that we didn't have before configured in the MailingBoss already. If we want tags that we already have used, we have them here. But these are new tags, so we have to type them manually here, and we add the number 2 because it's email number 2. And we do the same with all the rest of the emails. That way, when we go to our list, we see that we have a lead with a tag or several tags, depending on which emails they open and which links they click. And we see exactly if they open email 1, email 3, email 5, email 4, whatever, and if they click the link whatever inside email number whatever. Okay, and that we can see that directly in the list, in the subscribers of a list. So now we have seen this done for you 3 tags. We have seen done for you 3 move to broadcast list, and we have seen done for you list tags, which are the tags that I set when they sign up, when they subscribe to that list. Okay, now we have here the promote BA trial tags. This is for the other sequence, the sequence when they are already in a trial. We have a lot of tags here because we need to configure for any link and for any email when they open it, but it's the same process. For example, here, well, I started here with a list first. Okay, from a list, the email sequence, and from the email sequence, all the emails in that sequence, and then we come to email number 3, and here, when they open when a lead opens the email, we set the tag BA trial open 3, so I know which sequence it was, BA trial, and they opened email number 3. Okay, now if they click in a link inside that email, I configure here link click, as I said before, and we say okay, this link, if they click it, we set the tag Builderall trial clicked training number 3, because that link was the Builderall training. So they click the training in the email number 3. And here the same thing. This is the Facebook link. If they click the Facebook link, we set the tag Builderall trial clicked Facebook 3, because it's the email number 3. And that way I know when I see the subscribers inside of a list, I know exactly which lead opened which emails and clicked which links. So I think that's it. We have all the process, and we have the way to mark the people with the tags. We always need to finish clicking save. If we don't click save, this is just a drawing and it's not applied to the leads or the lists or the sequences. We need to click save. When we click save, everything goes to work. Okay, everything is activated in the list and the sequences and the leads. So with this said, I think it's already. So it's already finished. We have everything ready, and we can go and configure our workflows and our lists. One reflection about this is, at first I tried in a different way. This process here needs some manual steps. Not everything is automatic. Why do we have to do it this way? Because we may have several different funnels, and we don't want to configure the trial sequence, this sequence, with this list directly, because here everyone who signs up to Builderall using whatever funnel, everyone goes here, and we don't want to send the same emails to all the people, because they may come from a different funnel which requires a different sequence. So we need to do this way. We manually move them here to the appropriate list, to the correct list, and that way we can have different lists for trial sequences for different funnels. Okay, for example, if I have a sweepstake, I have a specific sequence for that sweepstake, and I don't want the same sequence to be sent to those leads as the other people coming from another funnel. Okay, another important point is that when they are here, they are starting the process, they opt in, and then if they decide to sign up to Builderall, if I have the automation here of the sequence, the 14-day trial sequence, then I need to configure the first email not to be sent directly when they, at the same time as they sign up. I have to set it like 12 hours later or 24 hours later for me to have enough time to configure a tag, manually set a tag, for example, for the language or for the sweepstake or for another funnel, to set which leads are going to get the sequence and which leads are not going to get the sequence. So the process there is that I have to check, and I do it once or twice a day. That's why I say every 12 hours or every 24 hours. I check the leads, and I see, okay, there I have a new lead, and now I have to set a tag, and now it has to wait for the next time. For example, if they sign up at 3 p.m. and I check the leads and it's 5 p.m., then I need to wait another 10 more hours. If it's configured to 12 hours, it has to wait 10 more hours for the first email to be sent, and I don't want that. I want the email to be sent when I already saw that this new lead is there. It's better to send it 2 hours later than to send it 12 hours later in that case, because I already marked that lead as coming from Done For You 3 funnel or from the sweepstake or whatever. So in this moment, I want to send the first email. That way, if I configure here the sequence, I cannot send that email when I want to mark that lead. I cannot send that one because it's automatically sent 12 hours later after they sign up, and it's configured like that. That's not possible to change it once that you already configured it. So the best way to do it is that you come here and do it this way. You move them here automatically. No, sorry, manually. And when you move them manually, the sequence gets fired at that specific moment. You don't have to wait 10 more hours or 12 hours or 1 more hour. No. It's sent in that specific moment because you are moving the lead to a list, and you configure that this sequence is going to be sent when someone gets into that list at that specific moment. So this is another important point why we have to do it this way. I think it's a little bit complicated to explain it. I hope it's clear and that you already understand it. It's not easy to explain it here, even with this graphical view, but I think you get the idea. The best way I found is this one. So the whole process is someone signs up here. That's what I do each day. Someone signs up here, then I go and check this Builderall list, and if I see that they sign up here too, then I just go here and I move them either here if they are on trial, or through here with the active tag if they are on a paid plan. That's what I do each day. The rest is automatically configured, most of it at least. If they are here, if they receive the emails and they don't sign up after the 11th email, they get moved automatically to this list. That's what we set in the workflow. And now, if they are here and they receive the 14-day trial sequence and they don't upgrade to a paid plan, after the 14th email, they are going to be moved to this list automatically. That's configured automatically. We don't have to do it manual. But when they upgrade, then we have to move it manually, because we have to go here to this list and check, and we have to check with it's not possible to do it automatically because of Builderall. So we have to come here and check it personally, and then we go here and move the lead from this list to broadcast BA list as an active client. We set the tag active, and that's it. I hope it's clear. It's very complicated sometimes to explain it, but the whole process it's very simple in the end, and it's the most effective way that I found. Okay, see you in the next video.